There is around 1,000 weapon skins in all of Apex, but not many are actually considered rare since the majority have either re-released or are very easy to get at the time of their release. A lot of the rarest skins in the game aren't even legendaries either, with the majority being either rares or epics. In this video, I'm not going to include recolors of already existing skins because they all have a chance of coming back at a later date. The majority of the skins will be weapon skins that we either haven't or will never see again. And speaking of rares, we have our first skin on the R301 in the rare category, Ghostly Graveyard. This skin came out in the Fight or Fright event of 2019 and was unlocked by killing 25 loot bin spiders or zombies in the Shadowfall game mode. After this event ended, this skin was never re-released since and most likely never will be, making it not possible for anyone who didn't play in the first year of Apex's release to ever receive. Our second gun here is the Heatsink, Flatline, and Heavy Metal since they are both the same thing but a recolor. Both of these being skins that were unlocked after completing the Battle Pass in Season 4. What makes this skin rare is that it was unlocked in early 2020, so it's still relatively early on into Apex's release, and it being the final tier of a Battle Pass, meaning you have to play somewhat consistently to unlock it. This skin was also very desirable because it had the best iron sight out of all flatlines in the entire game. But Respawn ended up nerfing the iron sight, so I'm sorry to anyone who had this OG skin just to have it nerfed. But if it wasn't changed, it would still be the best iron sight in the game now. Our third gun is the Silver Storm or Golden Idol Havoc from Season 1, both of these being a Battle Pass skin and the first ever Battle Pass in Apex Legends. The reason why this skin is so rare kind of speaks for itself, with Apex not being as popular back then as it is now, and Season 1 being the first ever season we received a Battle Pass in Apex. There's not many people who own either of these skins. Our fourth gun is the R99 Cold Snap, which has only ever been released one time as part of a $20 bundle or as a standalone weapon skin for $5 during the Holiday Bash event of 2020. What makes this gun so rare is the fact that it does not have pay-to-win iron sights, making it already less desirable than all the other R99 skins at the time that did have pay-to-win iron sights. And it has only been released one time in all of Apex around 3 years ago. Me personally, I actually think the skin looks really cool and I would use it if I had it. Our fifth gun is the Haymaker Alternator, another skin coming out from the 2019 Fright or Fight event. Now, there is actually a big lack of info on this gun online, but if I remember correctly, this was also unlocked in the same way the Ghostly Graveyard R301 was. And that was by doing challenges during the 2019 Fight or Fright event, meaning the skin also was not a buyable one either. Being a non-buyable 2019 exclusive skin, this makes the Haymaker probably the rarest alternator in the entire game. The sixth gun we have is the Nocturnal Elegance Devotion, making it the last not buyable skin from the 2019 Fight or Fright event that had to be unlocked through challenges. I probably don't need to say too much on this one considering we have already covered two other skins coming from the exact same event, but all three of the weapon skins that required completing challenges in this event are some of the rarest in the game today. Next up, we have the Regal Spike Scout, which was unlocked during the Iron Crown event of 2019. This being the same event where the limited time mode solos was actually introduced. This event actually had its own form of currency where you had to unlock skins using what was called crowns, making it just in general a kind of strange event. Any skin that didn't ever end up being re-released from this event ended up being very rare just because of how expensive they were at the time. And no individual skin was actually buyable in itself. At this time, you had to spend $7 per pack and just had to hope you ended up getting the skin you wanted, making all the Iron Crown event skins rare. Unlike how we see Apex's store now, you actually had to get lucky to get the skin you wanted during this event. Although near the end of the event, Respawn actually changed it so you could buy any specific skin you wanted from the event because of the backlash they were receiving. And to go along with the last skin, we have the Triple Take Rough Seas and Longbow Uprising. Two more weapon skins that were part of the Iron Crown collection event. Since Longbow and Triple Take were not as desirable of guns as things like the Wingman or R99 back in the day, nobody really actively spent $7 per pack for either of these skins, making these also very rare skins now, and the Longbow Uprising just genuinely being one of the coolest Longbow skins in the game, and nobody can say otherwise. And since we're on the topic of the Longbow, we're going to come up with another Longbow called Through the Heart. This is another Longbow skin which came out for only 6 days during a Valentine's store offer in 2019. and then being seen only one more time in the Apex item store in early 2020, meaning there was only 2 short time periods to get this skin, 3 and 4 years ago. Now moving on to what we have is the arguably rarest sniper skin in the entire game, the Nightwatch Karber. This is a skin some of you may have and not even know you have it because it's not even a legendary or an epic, it's actually considered a rare. It was unlocked during 2019 with a Twitch Prime bundle, so this skin came out very early into Apex's release, and it has another barrier of receiving it by being locked behind a Twitch Prime account. And so far with Apex, no Twitch Prime skins have ever been released again after their initial launch, and I don't expect we will see any changes to that anytime soon. Next, we have the Wingman Dragon Claw skin, which is another skin a part of the 2019 Iron Crown Collection event. I imagine this skin is slightly more common than the other weapon skins in the same event since the Wingman was the best gun in the game at the time, making skins for it also desirable. Still, this skin is rare because of how early this event took place in Apex and because the majority of the people who wanted skins from the Iron Crown event were mainly looking for the legend skins, not the weapons. Moving on to another Wingman, we have the Arctic Blaster skin. This skin has came out twice total, once in 2019 for $10 and a second time in 2020 as part of a charm and gun skin bundle for $7. But nobody really found the skin to be worth the money since it didn't have pay to win iron sights and overall just is not that exciting looking of a skin. Which is probably why we haven't seen it released again since 2020 and you've probably never seen anyone use it in game, making it another skin that you will see very few people own. Moving on to an Eva 8 shotgun skin, that's actually a skin from 2021, making it the first skin in the video to be seen past 2019 or 2020. The plain Koi Eva. This skin was unlocked after receiving enough points by playing arenas, but as we all know now, arenas was never really that popular in Apex and the rewards weren't even that good either. And then later on, arenas being removed from Apex completely. Although I imagine a decent amount of people have this skin, the game mode to unlock it no longer exists in Apex, meaning it's a skin currently that will never be available again. So if you have this skin, you have a piece of history. Now the second to last gun of the video, we have the Tombstick Mastiff. This skin came out in Season 6 as part of an event tracker and has never came out again since. Although there has been a recolor of it, the original was still a Season 6 exclusive. This skin is probably not super uncommon compared to the others in this list, but it was one of the most desirable skins on the Mastiff because of how good its iron sights are. And now our last weapon skin of the video, which could arguably be probably the rarest weapon skin in the entire game, is the Peacekeeper's Jadeite Retribution. This skin is actually a recolor of the Season 3 Battle Pass Peacekeeper Frostbite, where Respawn ended up putting Jadeite Retribution into a collection event in replacement of an heirloom or mythic skin, making it the first ever weapon skin that essentially cost $160, which is insane to classify a recolor of an already existing skin as mythic shard level worthy. This meant almost nobody bought it and Respawn received a lot of hate for this skin. Although this isn't an older weapon skin like the other ones in the video, nobody wants to spend $160 on a recolor. And currently, there is no way in the game to get it outside of the limited time window you had during the collection event. Because of how expensive the gun is, and the fact we've only seen it one time, I personally feel like this could be the rarest gun in the game. I'm sure there's a few rare skins that I missed because I made this entire video based on memory and what information I could find online. So, you know, don't hate me if I missed some skins, I'm sorry. That is all I have for this video with some of the rarest weapon skins in Apex though. Thank you for watching and I hope you all have a good day or night.